Okay guys, so today's video is about leadership skills, and of course I'm going to be going over why it's important, what to do, and my personal experience. So let's get right into it. Okay, so when it comes to leadership, the reason why it's important when it comes to self-improvement is because it is an action of your confidence, okay? And of course, developing that leadership skill is overall just a good skill to have when it comes to literally anything, because then you're able to be a natural leader. Okay, so the reason why it is important though when it comes into self-improvement is because, yeah, it's a reflection of your confidence. And your confidence is part of your self-improvement. If you're able to have confidence and you're able to actually, project that, lead somebody, help somebody out, then you're able to improve within yourself, improve spiritually, and help others out. And that will just boost your confidence, boost your charisma, and boost everything. Self-improvement is about the self, but it's also about helping others. You're improving yourself, yeah, so you could be better, but so you could also help other people while you're on this self-improvement journey. Being a leader, taking action, actually being in that role, being in that position, you'll be able to help people. And not just that, yourself, you'll be good. Like I said, it boosts your confidence, it helps you out to develop your brain, and it gives you a new skill set that you've never had before. Well, let's get right into how to develop that skill set. How to really develop leadership is, one, start taking action, okay? Because how are you going to have an idea? How are you going to have thought to help others, lead others, but you're not going to take action? Then take accountability. You're only as strong as your weakest link, okay? So your weakest link is always going to be your strongest, for the reason they determine the whole group. Okay, if that one person is failing, if one person in your team is failing, then everybody is failing, okay? You're only as strong as your weakest link. So you have to take accountability for them and the team. You have to look out for them. Then it also comes into teaching them, okay? You have to like teaching. You have to like getting to know people, actually helping them learn, because everybody's different. Everybody's teaching methods are different. Everybody's learning methods are also different. So you have to learn how to adapt. And then it's also a play on your confidence. Start developing that confidence. Start being confident in your tonality, what you say, and your body language. As I've said in the past before, all of these things, these characteristics, fall into leadership. Okay, so have that confidence, take that accountability, take action, and fall in love with teaching. Okay, my boys? It's really not that hard to develop any of these skills that I talk about. All you have to do is take that action, take that leadership role, take that position. Look, a lot of the reason why people that are dumber than you win isn't because they're smarter than you, because they do anything better than you. Most of the time, they're worse. The only reason is because they take action, they take a leap of faith, they actually go volunteer or go do something, okay? A lot of the times, these people are probably dumber, okay? So, let's get right into my personal experience. Okay, now when it comes to my personal experience, when it comes into developing, these leadership skills, I started really developing my leadership skills when it came to 8th grade. That's when I met, my teacher, Mr. Hutchful. I might talk about him further, but he's a really dope teacher, and he taught me a lot about leadership. But I kind of always had that drive in me. And when I started my self-improvement journey, I was in 8th grade. And in that 8th grade year, from my previous mentor, Hamza, I don't know if you guys have heard of him. He's pretty dope. Check him out too. But from him, I learned a lot about leadership. I learned what it takes to be a leader, how to run a team efficiently and effectively, And then in that class, I really, developed the skill further when it came into it. My bad, my memory is a little foggy when it comes to it. It was a while back, but that's when I really started developing my leadership skills. Of course, as president, I had to develop them even more for 1, 2, and 3 years. So, yeah, that's when it comes down to it. But overall, it's been a pretty good experience, like developing those leadership skills, because one, I'm able to teach people, I'm able to help people out, I'm able to do so much for other people, and not just that, I'm able to do so much for me, because it's a boost on my confidence, my skills, my discipline, my abilities to be a leader, to take that action. So it shows a lot about my characteristics. I know who I am, I know I'm a winner, I know I'm a leader. That's why every time I am a leader, I always come out on top, because I always make sure to look out for my team, look out for everybody, make sure everybody is doing good. Like I said previously, You're only strong as your weakest link. Me personally, I always look out for everybody, okay? Because just because I'm doing good and the other guy's doing good doesn't mean the last guy is doing good, okay? So you have to check on everybody. That's something I had to make sure to do. In my team, at first, I thought everybody was good. I wasn't checking out everybody who was the weakest link. But then when I started realizing, some people are kind of failing, I need to help them out. That's when my true leadership started to develop. So take that accountability. Well, pretty much that's quite a bit of my leadership experience. I don't have too much for you guys. If you guys want something more in depth, let me know. But pretty much a little summary of my leadership experience. I've had 3 years with it. Yeah, it takes a little while to develop, but not so much, because it's just principles, it's just basics. All you have to really do is take action and implement them. So the more you're able to implement them, the longer you're able to implement them, the better you're going to become at each skill. So remember that, my boys, and stay up. Well, thank you guys for watching the video. Have a good one.